Hi guys, this is Dietitian Catherine. Welcome to Recipe Wednesday. Today I want to share with you one of my very favorite recipes. And specifically it's one of my favorite baked good recipes. I have two that I absolutely love. They're my go-tos. And one reason I love this recipe is not only are all the ingredients healthy and they actually promote a healthy metabolism and healthy hormone balance, but also it's incredibly versatile. And this recipe is for one muffin. And it's a muffin that you can add whatever you want to it. So I frequently add whatever I feel like that day, whether it's dates, whether it's apples or shredded carrots, coconut. You could add banana to it if you wanted to. Make a banana nut muffin recipe. Whatever you want to add to it, feel free. So I'm going to go ahead and share this recipe with you. Now, to give credit where credit is due, I got it from the website Trim Healthy Mama months and months ago. I don't follow the Trim Healthy Mama plan, and that actually is related to a blog question or a Facebook question someone gave me, which I will be happy to answer. I don't ascribe to their eating method. We can address that later, but this recipe is killer good, and I have made a modification to it, which I'll show you as we go. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I'm going to move you down a little bit, so hopefully you can see my cooking space here. Okay, so like I said, this is for one recipe, or one muffin, and that's great because you can make it ahead the night before, or you can make it the day of if you just magically decide you want to just have a muffin for breakfast. So I am going to make it in this beautiful little bowl. Actually, I'm going to cook it in this bowl. I'm going to mix it in this little Pyrex. So you're going to start out with 3 tablespoons of flaxseed meal. Not flaxseed, but flaxseed meal. Flaxseed meal has lots of great benefits to it. The seeds are great, but the meal is even better. You'll notice I disappeared for a moment. I just walked over and got some water. You're going to add 1 tablespoon of water. And you're going to put in a tablespoon of coconut oil, preferably unrefined coconut oil. You don't have to worry about this becoming liquid. If you want to liquidate it before you put it in here, great. If not, no worries. Okay, it's gonna all get mixed up. You're also going to put in some baking powder. You're going to put in a half of a teaspoon. Let's see if I can find a half a teaspoon. Here we go. And that's going to just help with the rise a little bit. I like to add a pinch of salt. So I'm going to go ahead, and I like to use sea salt, so it's a little more than a pinch. So there we go. A little bit of a pinch. It also calls for almost a, almost a tablespoon of cinnamon. I use a lot of cinnamon, as you can tell, and I am almost out. So I don't have almost a tablespoon of cinnamon, but I'm going to put what I have in there. And then I'm going to add some other spices. And you can add whatever you want. I'm a huge fan of ginger. This is nutmeg, and I'm also going to add a little bit of cloves as well. And those spices often, especially cinnamon, they add some benefits of blood sugar control, which is fabulous. Now you're also going to be adding an egg. This little egg is one that one of my own chickens hatched, or not hatched, but laid. So for those of you who are egg-free, this isn't going to work. This recipe isn't going to work so well for you. Now, let's see. I'm going to add in some hemp seeds because while this does have 7 grams of protein from the egg, I want to add a little bit more protein to it. My husband loves hemp seeds, and I'm going to be making this for him. And then I'm going to mix some of this up before I add the final ingredient of honey. Now, the original ingredient called for stevia, about 3 to 5 dunks of, or small spoonfuls of stevia. I'm not a huge stevia fan. It's better than, say, like Sweet and Low or some of the other artificial sweeteners, but it's still a processed sweetener, and there's some data out there that says it could affect fertility. So I just say, you know what, if I'm going to have sugar, I'm going to have the natural kind, and I go for honey. This is actually some honey that one of my husband's coworkers gave him. So this is Hive Fresh. And I just take a little spoonful. You know, that's almost close to a tablespoon. If that is, you know, you just can't handle that, you don't like that much sugar, then just do a little bit less. Okay? So you're going to mix that all up. Now at this point, I would typically be adding carrots. Carrots and raisins are my favorite, but I love green apple and dates as well. That's super good. Also, you can, like I said, you can smash in a little bit of banana. So here's my lovely globby mixture here. And I'm just going to put it in this little bowl. You can put it in any microwave safe dish that you want. You can put it in a little ramekin. If you want, I love this bowl because this does accommodate some of those other bulkier items. Like when you add carrots or apples, this really does get very voluptuous. So this is what it looks like. And you're going to cook it in your microwave for about a minute and a half. What I normally do is I cook it for a minute and then I'll check it and then do it for another 30 seconds. So let me show you what it looks like when it's cooked. Kind of looks like this. And you can turn it out upside down and put it on a plate. And that always looks really cool. Then you can put butter in it and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and post this recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. You can do the conversion factor and make a larger batch of it. Just know that if you do end up cooking this in the oven instead of the microwave, one recipe like this makes 2 regular muffin tins. Okay, so if you do bake it in the oven, you're gonna bake it at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. So that's how long you bake it in the oven. I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know if you guys like this, if you guys make it, and obviously you can post pictures. I'd love to see it. Have a great day.